Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, 7 Wonders of the Universe. This is the new, improved version. That doesn't mean that the last one sucked. It just means this one's better. Use my karaoke name up there, Reynolds. The underlying theme of this speech is intelligent design vis-a-vis. Next slide, please. The first wonder of the universe concerns the circle and the number 6. What a beautiful mathematical model this is. And the relationship of the circle to the number 6 is if you take 6 perfect circles, they match perfectly around the first one, touching in 3 identical points. What a beautiful thing. Wonder of the universe, number 1, the circle and the number 6. This is also the most efficient form of storage in the universe if you're looking for proximity to the center. There's a couple extra empty spots in here, and to make it really efficient storage, straighten out those lines, get rid of those little circular areas, and you turn into hexagons. And wonder of the universe number 2 is that God must have sent bees to engineering school. Somehow bees found out the most efficient form of storage in the universe. Did they evolve into this, or were they born into this? Or maybe it's because that the bees that do all the work are all female. The third wonder of the universe is also a number, and it's a simple sequence of numbers with 2 simple rules. Start with the first rule, rule number 1, start with 0 and 1. Rule number 2, every subsequent number is the sum of the previous 2. So we start out with 0 and 1, and that sum is 1. Go to the next number, 1 and 1 is 2. Then 1 plus 2 is 3. And go on out. These numbers go on forever. These are called Fibonacci numbers, which leads to the million-dollar question, who cares? The answer, God cares. These Fibonacci numbers show up everywhere. They're ubiquitous in nature. Here's a sunflower. Here's a couple of Fibonacci numbers. 21, curved to the right spirals. 34, curved to the left spirals. Here's a pine cone. 8, curved to the right spirals. 13, curved to the left spirals. All Fibonacci numbers. Here's some more flowers. 13 petals on the black-eyed Susan. 21 petals here. 34 petals here. All Fibonacci numbers. All flowers do not have Fibonacci numbers, but it's amazing how ubiquitous these are in nature. Wonder of the universe number 3, Fibonacci numbers. Here's the 9th iteration. They go on forever. Wonder of the universe number 4 is related to wonder of the universe number 3. Take each subsequent number, take each number and divide it by its previous number. So 2 divided by 1 is 2. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. 5 divided by 3 is 1.666. Here's the 9th iteration, 1.61764. And these numbers also go on forever, leading to a number called phi. Goes on forever. It's also called the golden ratio. Phi also shows up everywhere in nature. Here's the human body is designed on phi. If you take a look at your hand, this distance to this distance to this distance, that's all phi. The way snails grow is according to phi. Wonder of the universe number 4, phi, the golden ratio. It's amazing how these numbers just fit together. Wonder of the universe number 5 is also related to this, is the relation of phi to the number 1. So take phi, here it is right there, and it goes on forever, and subtract exactly 1 from it. So we took 1 away from it, and now you have still that infinite series of numbers. Then you multiply these numbers together, and you get exactly 1. Wonder of the universe number 5, phi's relationship to number 1. Phi is the reciprocal of phi minus 1. It's the only number in the universe that has this property. And it's amazing how this simple sequence of numbers shows up everywhere and is still related to number 1. If you look at this on a number scale, 0 to 1, this times phi equals this times phi equals that number up there, and the difference between that number and that number is exactly 1. This number seems to be related to growth. And all these organisms seem to know about this. Wonder of the universe number 6 is balance and order. And the way we see this primarily is in orbits, especially in the Earth's relationship to the sun and the moon. We got all these orbits, and it just amazes me. All these celestial bodies, they're sticking close to each other, but they don't float away from each other. They're pretty much in a two-dimensional plane. They spin on an axis that is perpendicular to this two-dimensional plane, and they don't run into each other. If you take a look at the sun and the Earth's, relationship to the Earth, the sun and moon's relationship to the Earth, the sun is 500 times bigger than the moon. The moon is 500 times closer to the Earth than the sun. So if you look up in the sky, they look about the same size. They travel in very similar paths around the Earth, and they don't run into each other. The balance there is just phenomenal. These objects and these celestial objects do not run into each other. I'm a believer that craters on the moon were not caused by meteorites, that they're caused by something else. Sometimes the news shows objects falling from the sky. I'm a believer that that's all space junk. I've never seen a news report showing a crater. In 1995, the news reported that Comet Levy ran into Jupiter. But technically what happened is Comet Levy ran into the atmosphere of Jupiter, broke into 22 pieces, and bounced back into space. I'm a believer that objects don't run into each other. I've seen about 200 shooting stars in my life. I've never seen one looking that it comes towards the Earth. Comets always miss the sun. And finally, my last and favorite wonder of the universe, number 7, music. Once again, a number-related wonder. We have 2 different scales here, one with 7 notes, one with 12 notes. These notes are superimposed upon a rhythm, which also has a specific numbers. And it's my belief that this is mankind's legacy to the universe. There may be extraterrestrial beings that can turn lead into gold and travel around the universe, but can they pick up a Telecaster, a bass guitar, a fiddle, and get everybody's toast happy? Maybe we'll see someday. So there's the 7 wonders of the universe. The underlying theme here has been intelligent design, not evolution. It's my belief that there's a lot more explanation to these things than just coinky-dink. Adam Toastmasters. Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Did you say that those 7 wonders are immutable?
I forgot to say that. Yes. That's exactly what I meant to say.
Okay, excellent. Right now, if the group would offer